Hi and welcome back. I have a declutter video. I haven't done one in a while. I've been really good at I lied. I have not been really good at decluttering stuff. I tend to hang on to makeup items that I think I'm going to use or want, and then I don't touch them for a couple of years. And then they sit there and I'm like, oh, I'll use this, I'll pan it one day, and then now it's like 5 years later and I still haven't touched it. I have done a couple of declutters in the past, and I'm kind of ruthless whenever I declutter. I think one of my last big declutters I threw away, got rid of, gave away all of my ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and I don't miss them whatsoever. So I took all of today, I worked on this for quite a few hours. I went through and I swatched a bunch of stuff, and I really just sat here and I was like, am I actually going to use this? Do I need it? Do I have something that I like better? Has my taste changed? And I have an entire Z palette full, and then I have this bag full of stuff that I honestly am not going to touch. If I haven't touched it, I'm not going to. Kind of like with the clothes thing, like where if you haven't worn it in a year, just get rid of it because you're probably not going to wear it. So I'm going to go over the stuff that I have that I am going to be getting rid of. If my daughter doesn't want any of it, I'm sure some of her friends will. Some of it though is like really old, and for me really old is like 4 or 5 years, and I don't feel comfortable putting it on my face anymore. So let's get started. Ours is Orgasm Blush. I had a friend give this to me a really long time ago. She had an extra one and I used it like quite a bit. I have one heck of a dip going in there, but I just have not wanted to wear a peachy pink blush like this in a really long time, and I'm not gonna reach for it, so gotta go. I have like some random L'Oreal eyeshadow. I bought this because I thought it was pretty, and I have not worn it since I bought it. I think I used it like one time. I haven't touched it. Okay, I have a couple of Makeup Geek shadows, and to tell you the truth, I don't really like Makeup Geek shadows. I have panned Beaches and Cream, and I just wasn't super impressed with that one. I went through it really fast. And these two that I have are Pixie Dust, which I literally only bought because of the name, and Chickadee. I find that Chickadee oxidizes a little bit on me and it wears away really quickly. I don't remember when I bought this, but I don't really like the color on me. It's like this orangey yellow shade and it looks weird on my skin tone, so there's that. Pixie Dust I thought was really pretty, and then I tried to wear it and it literally, like, I mean, I know how to do eyeshadow and I don't know how to make it last, but it wore away really quickly, and I just, this is another one I didn't really like the color of. Okay. I have two eyeshadows from ColourPop. These are from their birthday, I don't know what year. A couple years ago. It's called Rager and Party Favors, and they're just tones that I don't necessarily care for. And then these up here are MAC shadows. I have Expensive Pink. It's again a peachy pink that I'm not going to wear, which I think is kind of weird. Trax. This is probably one of the worst purple shadows I have ever used. It's got like gold glitters in it, and I actually hate this eyeshadow with a passion. White Frost. This is one I had bought like a really long time ago. I think that this eyeshadow is like 8 years old. I used up quite a bit of it. Like, I have a good dip in it. I used to use it on my brow bone, but that was like 8 years ago and I don't do that anymore, so I'm just gonna, I haven't touched it. I'm not gonna use a white eyeshadow. All right, Emily, these ones you might think I'm crazy for. All That Glitters and Wood Winked. These are like two of your basic gold taupe whatever colors. I do not like these. I only bought them because so many people were like, these are too like MAC shadows that you need and you don't like them, I rarely wear them. I have a little bit more of a dip in all that glitters, but I can't with these eyeshadows. I don't necessarily like tones like that anymore, and those are at least 5 years old. So I checked on the website where you can check your makeup batch codes, and I knew that they were old, but I didn't realize that they were like at least 5 years old. Okay, Makeup Forever shadows. So when they had re-released all of their eyeshadows, I went a little bit nuts, and I picked up, not a little bit, I mean only 9 shadows out of like the 200 that they had. And I really liked these in the beginning. I thought that they were amazing, but I had only bought like these browns and the golds for a certain look that I did, and that look was a long time ago, and I am not one that wears like a basic gold champagne type eyeshadow, and I have not reached for these in a really long time. I did a 2 weeks 1 palette type of thing I think last year with these, and that was the last time I had touched these in like probably at least 3 years. The colors are really pretty, but I am truly not going to use them. And the size of the pan, I mean, there's a MAC shadow and then there's the Makeup Forever shadows. I'm not gonna reach for them. I have been trying to use the MAC Skin Base, their foundation primer, and I'm pretty sure that this is what has been breaking me out. I have been breaking out every single time that I use their Skin Base foundation primer, and whenever I don't use this, then I don't break out. My skincare routine is pretty well like down pat, where I know what I'm using and I don't stray from it too often. These are only deluxe samples. I know that it's basically a waste of product, but I'm going to get rid of these because I'm so sick and tired of this area breaking out every single time I use those. The Laura Mercier one does not break me out, and I have a couple other samples of foundation primers I know don't break me out, so just gonna call it good on that. I have this Estee Lauder Double Wear Lip Pencil in the shade Fuchsia. This is so ridiculously dark, bold pink. I don't even have any lipsticks that are going to match this, so I'm getting rid of that. I have 2 powders. This one is by Dermablend. It is a white powder. I have tried it. It gives me like, it makes me look really, really ghostly. And then the Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals. I don't like this powder. I don't know what it is about this. I have used up an entire full size of this before, but I don't like it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I have four brushes. This is one of the Moda ones. The size of this is good for cheeks, but I hate to put on blush product with this, so I'm not going to use that one. I do like the bigger one for foundation though. That's the only one I have left out of this rainbow thing, which is kind of sad because I had went to like a Walmart that was like 30 minutes away and picked up 2 sets of these when they first released, and it turns out all I like is the foundation brush, the fat one. So that was a waste. I have this Vamp Stamp angle brush. This is really too thick to do a decent wing with. I do like the Vamp Stamp, the Vink, the liner. That's great, but I hate the brush that comes with it. This is an old MAC 212. It's from like a Christmas collection, but it got bent. I think I had one of my cats bite it or something. But it's old and I don't use straight angle brushes this big. I have a Eco Tools concealer brush, and I never put on my concealer with a brush. This one's really soft though, and I've used it a couple times for concealer, but it's not my favorite way to apply concealer. I like using the Beauty Blender. This is really nice though. I liked it, but not enough to keep it. All right, Sephora has a pencil sharpener, and mine is quite disgusting, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I had bought another one a long time ago, so I just figured. And this one's starting to get rust like on the blade, so these are biodegradable. You know, that Kristen K had mentioned it in one of her videos, and this is a great sharpener. They're not very expensive. I bought it on Sephora. I'd already bought another one, so it's time to go. Okay, the very first high-end highlighter I bought was by Smashbox. This is in the shade Shimmer, and the packaging is absolutely disgusting. I do not remember when I bought this. I used a lot of it. It's a pinky toned highlighter, but the packaging is gross, and I don't know how old this one is, so I have other highlighters I can use that are, I guess, better quality. Another primer. This is Bare Minerals Prime Time. This is one of those dimethicone type primers, and I'm not going to use it. Burberry's Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. This thing stinks. I don't know how old it is. Alright, some more eyeshadows. NYX's Mermaid. I don't like this on me. I don't like it. A free eyeshadow from Buxom. This is in the shade La La Lavish. It's one of those like purpley type of shadows, like Makeup Geek's Black Light. I have Black Light. I actually do like that one, so I don't need this. And then this is a little duo from Smashbox. I'm not going to use those colors, so it's pretty, but I haven't touched it since I got it, so why keep it? I have some lip glosses. These two are by ColourPop. They were from their birthday collection. I think that's the last time I had purchased from ColourPop. And these stink so bad right now. It's nasty. Juicy Tubes by Lancome. I have used a ton of this, but it's 3 years old. Plum Pop by Clinique. I bought this when they very first came out, and I don't really like this color anymore. I tried to pan it once or twice and it didn't work out too well, so I'm obviously not going to use it. Another Clinique thing is the Chubby Sticks. I had panned one of these. I think it was called Wild Watermelon, and these dry out my lips to the point where they like get all cracked and stuff by the end of the day, so I'm not going to force that again. This one is by Bobbi Brown, and this one I am super, super, super sad about because the color is gorgeous. This is called Beige 2. I love this color. This was a beautiful lipstick. I bought this whenever I bought those Makeup Forever eyeshadows, and it was like a really pretty look. This stinks so bad. It's disgusting, and I had put it on my lips just to see if I like the color still, and while I love the color, it burned my lips, so I pulled it right off, and that is going in the trash because that was scary and disgusting. Like, ooh, it was nasty. If it burned your lips, get rid of it. If it stinks, get rid of it. All right, 2 MAC lipsticks. These are going to go on my back to MAC. For a while, I was picking out really crazy colors that I would never spend my money on for the back to MAC thing. I learned my lesson because this is the last crazy color I had bought. This one is called Fusion Pink. It's really not that crazy, but it looks terrible on me. I hate this color of like coral pink on me. It was bad. And then this one is kind of sexy. I had this in at least one project pan, maybe more. This is a peachy nude, and I don't like the formula of kind of sexy, and I don't necessarily like the color on me. And the smell is starting to go off on this one too. I have gotten that far. I'm not going to force myself to use this. If I want it again, I will buy it, but I have so many other lipsticks that I would prefer to use, and I just am to the point right now where I just want this stuff gone. I don't want to look at it. I have not touched them. So, getting rid of them. That's my declutter. Please don't be mad at me for getting rid of stuff that I have spent my own money on. I would not get mad at you. See, like my hand is burning from that Bobbi Brown one. That's crazy. I would not get mad at you for stuff that you chose to get rid of after you spent your own money on them. So there's that, just a little disclaimer, because I know sometimes people think that makeup decluttering or whatever is wasteful. I'm sorry if it's super old, it irritates my skin in any way. I'm not keeping it because my face is more important than using up old makeup. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
It's time to be, I'm at the point right now where I can just be like, okay, I'm not going to touch these. I'm done. I don't want them. So what's the point of hanging on to them? The money's already spent. I learned my lesson, and I am going to be even pickier than I already am. So, whatever. Yes?
Are you done filming?
Nope. What's up?
Oh, I was wondering if you were done so I could take a shower.
Take a shower, honey. I have my microphone. It's not gonna... Wanna say hi? I used coral from MAC. It's literally a coral in my, or like an orange, in my crease. And then using the Aurora Lights palette by BH Cosmetics. Oh my god. I'm obsessed. I took fluorescent. It really is fluorescent. It is so pretty. I used that wet, and I put it on my lid, and then I smoked it out my lower lash line. And then the shade Kaleidoscope, I used wet on my inner corner, and then a little bit on my lid. I really, really like this palette. I haven't been a fan of baked shadows in the past, so I was kind of hesitant to buy this, but I had swatched it a while ago, and I kept swatching it every time I went into Ulta, and then this last time, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna get it. They had like one left in stock. I love it. I love it, and I just decluttered some stuff, so it's okay.